everything but the kitchen sink was in that morning basket. Ciao. But let's move on. Okay. Morning baskets. Now, I used to do morning baskets. I didn't know what I was doing. I just threw a whole bunch of stuff in a basket because that's what all the Facebook groups said, the homeschool forums, they all said, oh, this is essential. This does this. And you got to have, your Bible verses and your Charlotte Mason books and some nature stuff and, a comet and a polar bear. Everything but the kitchen sink was in that morning basket. Ciao. Morning baskets worked when I homeschooled 2 of my kids, and my youngest one was in preschool. Now, with that morning basket, now you guys know I used to have an old YouTube channel called California Homeschool Mom. I'm still trying to migrate those old videos. I pulled them down. I'm trying to put them back up. I did a video where I would have like calendar time, and I had this 3 panel, poster board, and I would have all the different things that kids really need to be learning. Days of the week, months of the year, how to tell tie, counting money, things like that. And that was great. That was like our morning basket time because I would have the manipulatives in the basket and they would have to put the things. I also had character traits up there as well. So they would have to put, match the things up there. And so that was fun. And then we would have a couple of books. We would go to the library and that would kind of be our day. And then after a while, they would learn the stuff. And then remember, my middle son is on the spectrum. So morning basket was like a morning track meet basket. So we'll do we would read maybe 1 page and something. But by the time I finished that paragraph, he was already down the hallway on his 5th row. So I would just have my oldest one right in front of me. And then, so it was like ping pong back and forth. So we tried it. I liked the merits of it. I think it can work, but I found what worked for us was, I like the concept. You get together at whatever time and you're doing things together as a family. So there's a lot that comes into play. It's that family bonding, building that kinship up and then building a routine up. For me, after a while, we kind of morphed into me check-in time with my kids and just seeing how they were feeling that day. If they were remembering things from past lessons, it was kind of a check-in with your kids kind of thing. And now our morning basket, well, it's not even a morning basket, has evolved into us just talking about current events, right? And then with the current events, I can weave in things to kind of see what's going on in their life. And you can kind of tell how eventually your kids start to respond to you in their body language. But the morning basket, it got to be something extra, something for me to remember. Oh, did I put this in the basket? Or, oh, it's, 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock and this child has therapy and this one has a preschool. So it was a lot of, but I still had the basket. I always had books in it, but that was it. So what do you guys think? I do like morning baskets. I just didn't get it to work for us for longer than maybe 3 months. And then once my kids got a little older, we switched to games. And I would have wait a minute, I am doing morning basket. Dang it, it got me. But it's games. I literally have a square basket. If y'all watch one of my homeschool room tour, I have a basket with 4 games. And usually at least 2 of them are some kind of subject-based game, a math game or a grammar game or geography game, and then a fun game and some dice games for math. So they can go and choose what they want from the basket and go play either individually or with their siblings. So I am doing morning baskets. Does that count? I don't know. What y'all think? Let's see. Make and take art. Now that I can do. If it's something more than gluing, because my kids want a hammer, they want to cut, they want to saw, they want to solder, they want to do the stuff that we did growing up. If you went to shop, or if you just passed by a shop and just looked in at the boys, and then you saw what they were doing with the carpentry stuff and the welding, they want to do that kind of stuff. I do kitchen projects like baking, but that isn't necessarily considered arts and crafts. Cooking is a craft. It's an art too, girl. My kids are creative to a point where I don't have to facilitate or create lessons. That's another thing. How much of the art and crafts do you want to be child-led or teacher-directed? Like for my kids, child, they take broken stuff and just create stuff out of it. Like they dig in my trash can. I gotta make sure I don't have certain stuff in my trash can, because they'll dig in it. Oh, there's something bright and shiny in there. And there you go. I can look. I can just look, grab something in here. And now these, I swear by these for my hands because I garden. Now this one's almost empty. And my kids know that. But my kids like this because they do these battle games. And with these battles, this is like, okay, you know, my youngest one, if y'all saw my IG, he's into aliens. To him, this is like, and this is green too. I'm gonna have to hide this because he's gonna take this. But this is like an alien spaceship. And they will doctor this up. They will punch a hole through here and they will make this an alien spaceship. They'll come up with all kinds of stuff. But yeah, this is the green one. I might have to hide this, put it in here for now. Hide it from him. So anyway, but let me see what else we have. I tried morning baskets, but it took all day and it felt unnatural to my daily flow. Yes. Now I know a number of Christian moms, and shout out to my Christian moms, because some of y'all got things on lock. You got your kids doing morning baskets, and then after that, they have breakfast, and after breakfast, they clean up after themselves. And then after that, they get started with their lessons, and it's like, it is a ship. It's like boot camp. Salute to you moms, because you guys got it on lock. I ain't that disciplined, and I yell too much. So shout out to you guys that can do that. Hi, Homeschool Castle. Let's see. I do them with games and books. Yes. Okay. So I was saying, so I think this is the updated morning basket. Because remember now, morning basket, I think that's a Charlotte Mason approach to homeschool. So nothing like making a fusion of older practices from the turn of the 19th century. I think Charlotte Mason was late 1800s, early 1900s. And, you know, melding that into something more modern. So I think morning baskets could definitely be the games and books, Homeschool Castle, definitely books, but for games. So that's what we do. So, well, no, because I'm not there. It's really for my kids to grab, depending on how they're feeling, and then they go and play. Now, if I see in the morning 2 of the kids playing Connect 4, I'm like, it's going to be a good day. They're already connecting and no one's yelling and fussing and fighting. And my kids don't do that all the time. But I really like to see it when they're all just playing together in the morning. And it just makes my heart happy as a mom to see that. Okay, let's see. We love morning baskets. I put an hour time limit on it, and we rotate from 2 to 5 subjects. So Flower Patch School, what does that look like? So when you say 2 to 5, you were 14, Hassan? Okay. That's about my son's age. Yeah. Yeah, those were the days. So when you say 2 to 5 subjects, so when I was doing the morning basket, we would, of course, do reading. And then for math, I would have cubes, and we would like count cubes, do like, you know, 1-to-1 correspondence and all that kind of stuff. And then we had character trait cards. No, we had alphabet cards. So each alphabet was an exercise. So A was like a jumping jack that you had to hold up like that. C, you had to like walk like a zombie, you know, like the letter C. So those were fun. So those cards I kept in the basket. We didn't do anything for writing at that time. And I don't know. So, but yeah, you can definitely, you know, get your different subjects in. It's a matter of do you want to do your academic subjects or something extracurricular, or, you know, the more liberal things like poetry, songs. I know some people do memory work like that. So lots of ways you can like skin that cat. For me, it's so much easier. I have 2 baskets, one for the older girls and one for the younger kids. That's a good thing to do. I should have had one for the on-the-go kid and then one for the other kids. Are you guys doing a full curriculum? How do you still have time for morning baskets without burning the kids out? We don't do morning baskets. Back when we did do it, I think morning baskets are great for littles, especially if you get them outside and you do a lot of exploration. Kids tire out, and kids don't need, they only need a few hours each day to be learning. When my kids got older, my son, like when he was in 5th grade, he was doing online classes, and I always had his classes start at 8, 9 at the latest, because we would always have extracurriculars outside the house, and I wanted to make sure none of those obligations interfere with his online class. So he always had a class 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock at the latest. So, and this leads to one of my other things about what we don't do. I used to have him up at the crack of dawn. I'm an early riser. I'm always up 4:30, 5 o'clock. I used to be in the gym, my gym class at 5. I'm just naturally up early. That ain't my kids. So, I've kind of just relaxed on that, especially as my oldest kid got closer to middle school, because during those years, those teens, they need a lot more sleep. There's the power in sleep, and the children, those young teens, they need all of that sleep time because they're doing a lot of growing, a lot of hormones are going on, and they need that sleep. So morning baskets, that kind of fell by the wayside because, we didn't do them in the morning when you can get everyone corralled together and then go off to, teach your kids what you needed to teach. Hey, what's up, Carla, the sensational makeup by Zoe? Hello, ladies. So for all my IG people, we're talking about popular things we don't do. So far, we talked about co-ops, morning baskets, arts and crafts, and I think that's it. So, pictures on the first day of school, curriculum.